Okay guys, this is my first vlog. Essentially I have a little bit of a bit of a spiritual, cultural's probably not quite right, but a spiritual and pivotal change going on in life right now. So I'm on the process where I am wanting to get a little bit more control into my life. So in order to do that, I am taking a kind of a multifaceted approach. So ultimately I want to get a little bit more financial independence. I've fallen a bit out of love with my current industry and also my current place of work. So in order to kind of get some revitalising into my life, that's not the right word, is it? What's the right word? Some more vigour, I guess, some more lust for life and enjoy myself a bit, because my home life is suffering a bit because of work stresses, and work suffering a bit due to a bit of kind of lack of motivation, and my health is just kind of in the toilet really. Well, not this one, but I'm a heavy guy, kind of quite a bit overweight, not very active, not as active as I should be anyway, and I kind of want to get back to where I was a few years ago. I used to have a very good, I say very good, I'm very biased obviously, but very good morning routine, up at 4 o'clock in the morning, straight out for a good 3 or 4 mile walk, get back, do some stretching, do some calisthenics to a degree, a couple of push-ups and a couple of squats and things like that, nothing too strenuous because I am ultimately unfit. And then do some like Wim Hof breathing exercises, do some do that for a bit, and then do kind of a cold plunge or a kind of ice bath, and then I was doing bulletproof coffee, but I don't do that anymore because the kind of that much dairy in the morning, my body's quite sensitive to dairy at the best of times, so with that happening at the same time, it was not the best of things. So that I kind of on head. So now I just tend to have like an espresso. So I used to have this fantastic morning routine, and kind of work got in the way. So I'm quite fortunate in the job I have that it's very varied, it's very challenging, and quite. Whilst I'm saying it's varied and challenging, sometimes it's also quite. Consistency isn't the right word, but repetitive. Yeah, repetitive. Quite repetitive, as in that it's the same thing. We talk about the same thing a lot, and usually there's a problem, and usually we keep talking about the problem but don't actually fix the problem. But anyway, moving on. Because of that, and because of the very nature of it, to a degree, there's lots of periods of peacetime where there's lots of 9 to 5 days, and sometimes there's early finishes or late starts, and lots of working from home, and I can kind of be my own kind of time management guru. And then there's periods of war, essentially, where we're on site for 16, 17, 18 hours a day, sometimes 6, sometimes 7 days a week, for like a kind of a condensed month, 6-week period throughout the year. And sometimes I travel quite far as well, so I'll be away for a couple of weeks at a time, and again, not necessarily very strenuous but long hours, and it obviously takes its toll. And so during the last bout of intense war period, I totally fell out of my morning routine, essentially because I was working so many hours and wasn't doing it for a month and a half. When I was so exhausted, then coming back home and then listening to the alarm at 4 o'clock going, nah, not today thanks, and I've just got stuck in that rut of not getting up at that time and kicking that stuff out of the park. So as part of the kind of the new motivation and to hold me accountable for what I plan to do, I plan to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I planned to do it this morning, totally failed, but I hadn't released the first video yet, so now I'm releasing this video, and the intention is every morning I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock, I'm going to go for a walk. During that walk I'm going to spend 10-15 minutes having a bit of a chat with you guys, showing you a bit of the lovely scenery near where I live in Cambridgeshire, and kind of just shooting the breeze really, and give you an update on where I'm doing and what I'm doing and how I'm doing stuff. And I'm hoping I'm not going to fail, but there's a high possibility, because I'm trying to change quite a few things at once, which everything you read says it's a bad idea. I don't think I know better. I just think I need such a pivotal change. I almost want to change a lot at once, because if I just try and change one thing, I think I'm more likely of failing on that basis than if I change lots at once. So ultimately, up at 4 o'clock, go for a stroll, YouTube video. That's going to be a daily occurrence, Monday through to Sunday, no change. And then I will then come home. I will then do kind of the ice bath thing again. So depending on what time of year it is, if it's summery months, it will be a converted chest freezer that I've got that I'll be utilising, because it's quite hard to come by cold water where I live in the summer months. But then during the winter, when it's nice and cold, I've got essentially an oversized wheelie bin that I fill up with water, and I can kind of douse myself in to kind of get the same effect. I was doing, okay, so just a bit of background information, I was doing cold showers, but in order to get a similar effect, you've got to be in there quite a long time. And ultimately, I don't have the time, and it's a waste of water. So I've kind of stepped away from cold showers. They're a good introduction, don't get me wrong. Great introduction to bring you into the whole cold therapy, and you can do them for short amounts of time and then instantly shower yourself in hot water. So definitely has its merit. I'm not saying I didn't use them, because I did, but now I don't feel that I get the same benefit from them that I need. Essentially, don't get from kind of a cold plunge. So so then do that, and then a little bit of exercise in the morning, and then going back to ultimately my trying to get some financial independence or stability, or whatever you want to call it, independence. I want to start a bit of. I've already started it, but I'm on a bit of a career change trajectory. I'm coming away from my current industry and essentially retraining to be a trader in the futures and the forex market. So I've kind of got to the point now where I'm really getting into the detail and the understanding of how the markets work and how the economy works and all that good basic fundamental knowledge underneath. And I've started to simulate trading. No money at the moment, and it's still kind of a game, I guess, because there's no money involved. So I'm taking perhaps risks I would take if I was actually putting my money up, but I'm doing okay. I think the guidance I've been given is once you've got consistent results for 3 months, then you're in a good place to start spending money, doing it with real money, because you've got a proven record of consistency and you've built that trades up. So I've got one good day of consistency so far, which was yesterday, but also I kind of making stupid mistakes, and that's good. That's you don't learn unless you make mistakes. So it's working through and becoming good. And then so as part of that as well, so that's the long-term plan, and we're probably a good 2 years away from having that be my primary stable income. And over that period of time between where I am now and that point, if I ever get there, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be any good at this. But I feel within me that I have the capability, the drive, the want, and the ability. I think I already said ability twice. So, but either way, I think I can do it. So I'm going to attempt to do it. And then in the interim between there and now, there'll be a bit of hopefully supplement my income, and then I can start maybe backing off of my current day job, and then spending more time trading and so on, and then kind of have a nice transition across. So that's the intention on that front. But then also, because of hopefully I will be posting daily videos, that will give me the kind of follower base to be able to do a few more things. So there's no guarantee anyone's going to watch any of my videos, but I'm going to throw them up once a day anyway. I understand that from the YouTube algorithm, that daily video uploads are favoured within the algorithm and are pushed out to more people. So if that's the case, bandabby dozy. If you do happen to be watching this, I imagine I've probably got quite a catalogue of daily videos in already, because I can't imagine anyone's watching this at any time within the early part of me deploying. But again, the intention is to get a bit of a following. It's not to make loads of money. It's purely real words. It's purely to get a bit of a following to then assist me with my print on demand arm of my business that I'm hoping to do as well. So as part of that, I've already started this about a year ago. I kind of went off the boil a little bit, now I'm coming back to it to start kind of printing designs and so on, and I'll keep you updated with that progress. So I said, I'm changing quite a bit. So I'm changing a bit of my morning, changing my morning routine back to how it was. I'm essentially changing my career. I'm bringing my fitness up. I'm trying to do this stuff which I've never done before, and I'm trying to grow a bit of print on demand. So I'm kind of having a bit of an entrepreneurial shift in mindset. I'm reading a lot of like economic stuff as well, and the market, how rich people got rich essentially, and how they stay rich. And it's quite volatile at the moment with the stock market and etc. Things are very unsteady. So we'll see how things progress into the future. But yeah, essentially this is a bit of an kind of a fast and ready introduction into me. So I'll see you tomorrow essentially, and hopefully many days to come. And on my morning walks I'll take you with me, and I'll give you a bit of a brief update as to how we're going with certain aspects, and hopefully might even find some funny anecdotes of stuff that's happened to me the day previous. So well, thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you guys. See you tomorrow. Cheers, bye.